business, right? I struggled for the longest time in this industry, and until I got the training I needed. And now I make a full-time income from home. I was able to fire my boss, and it just keeps increasing. It's amazing. There's skill sets that you have to learn. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get into the training. Is that cool? Who's ready for that? Who is ready to get into the training? Okay, so we have the 8 uncommon sense principles for success. We just came back from an amazing event in Austin, Texas called Live the Dream. And I was able to say, oh my goodness, I spelt sense wrong. 8 uncommon sense principles for success. Sense is with a C. Jessica Daniels and Rhonda Clark. Like I said, my partner's not here. I'm trying to get someone else to come out with me. That'd be really cool, because I like someone to be able to watch the chat, because I can't see the chat when I'm sharing my screen. So let me just check on my partner real quick. I'm just gonna get going. Here. I really want someone to watch the chat for me, but oh well. I'll just trust that you guys are still here. I'll come back and check on you every once in a while, but again, let's get into it. Huge warm welcome to you. Again, say hello in chat. Where are you from? Where are you dialing in from today? And let me know, what niche do you represent? You don't have to tell me the name of the company that you're with or that you are in, but just let me know. Are you in like health and wellness? Is it an MLM? Are you currently building a team? Is it travel? What are you doing? Just let me know over in the chat. That way I can kind of work the training around your niche and give you some tips on how to crush it in your specific niche. So go ahead and do that in the chat. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I struggled for a very long time in the industry. I had a bad childhood. My mom was on drugs. I fought my own demons for years and years. I was a screw up, right? I hung out with the wrong kind of people. I didn't do good in school. All I wanted to do was party. It was pretty bad. So I drank. I did, went clubbing all the time. I didn't care about my future. I didn't think about my future. It was, went out with the wrong kind of men, the whole 9 yards, right? I am an ex screw up to the nines, right? So thank God that that is not me anymore. I'm night and day. I'm a completely different person now. So I fought my own demons. And the reason why I tell you this is to let you know that it does not matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter your race, your creed, your sexual orient, your anything. It doesn't matter where you have come from. You can achieve anything. You can become whoever you want to be. But of course, you have to invest in yourself. The best investment you could ever, 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 ever make is in yourself. So, you know what? I really want to go back and check the chat really quick. Okay. Oh, a lot of people did not show up. I cannot believe this. Anyway, okay. So, yes, I'm live now. Ferdinand, come on over. I need you to watch the chat. Watch the chat. Sorry, guys. Let me grab him the link. It's okay, Tracy, if you can't make it. The replays will always be available, but it's better to have you here live because then you can ask questions and I can really, really help you out. So let's get the link real quick. Sorry. I'd like to get him over. So yeah, so let me move on. You really can. You can become whoever you want to be. It doesn't matter where you are now, your struggles now, your struggles in the past. It just does not matter. Okay. You can, you need the right training. The best investment you could ever possibly make ever is in you, in yourself. I call it you incorporated. You incorporated, right? So let's get back to the training. And let's see, if Ferdinand's here, I will bring him over. So, okay, so I straightened up, right? I got married and I lost my husband only 6 months after our wedding. He died suddenly. I actually buried him in the same tuxedo that he got married to me in. So yeah, it was devastating. I wanted to die with him, right? And my best support when I was mourning his death was my mom. And only 3 months later, she got sick and suddenly died at the young age of 56. So the two most important people in my life, back to back, suddenly were just gone. It's like pulling out the world from underneath my feet. I went into a deep depression. I seriously wanted to just die with them. I wanted to go with them. They got called home to the Lord. I don't know if you're religious, but they got called home and I wanted to go with them. I didn't want to live anymore. So I went into a deep depression. I gained over 100 pounds, right? I felt like I wanted to die too. But here's the thing. I now, because I've done so much personal development and it's because of this industry, honestly. This industry has changed my life so much. It's insane. Because I now see the good in every situation. I'm thankful for all the bad that has happened in my life because I wouldn't be who I am today without it, right? So if they were still here, I wouldn't have started my own business. I wouldn't be fiercely independent as I am today. And for that, I am very grateful. Of course, I miss them deeply. This was in 2013, by the way. I miss them terribly, but I am grateful for my independence today. So that's that. I found direct sales, right? And I worked my face off. Seriously, like, oh my gosh, I worked my face off. I did a lot of one-on-one. I didn't know what I was doing. I hadn't had the right training. I did a lot of one-on-one stuff. Ferdinand, if you are here, please just send me a text over. And I will bring you over on camera. So it did a lot of convincing. And I did a lot of one-on-one stuff. And it was like the same as having a job because because I was trading my time for dollars. All right, he says I'm here. Okay, you guys, let me, one moment. I am going to bring Ferdinand over. Let's say hi to Ferdinand. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. Okay, here I'm back. Hey, I'm back. So I want to get Ferdinand over here. He'll be stepping on in a minute. So yeah, so when I first started, I had no clue what I was doing. Hey, dude.
Hey Jessica, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for being here. Rhonda had an emergency at the last minute, so.
That's all good. Thank you for bringing me on. How fun.
Yes, yes. You're welcome to come every week. I'd love to bring you over on camera every week. No.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes. So, yeah. So this is one of my partners, you guys, Ferdinand Jimenez. Did I say it
what's
right?
going on? You got it, Jimenez. Yeah, what's going on, my beautiful people? How y'all doing today? Yeah,
Woohoo!
you're
Yes.
lucky.
All right. Awesome.
You caught me. I was doing some videos. I was doing the Ray Higdon IL teach, right? And I didn't have a chance to see that. I remember you sent me the link, and I was like, okay, I'll get to my office and I'll go hang out and I'll watch out. And then I get your message, and I'm like, let's jump on it, let's do it. Hey,
Good.
am I
I'm
making all
glad.
that noise? Is that me making all that noise?
What does it sound like?
That fuzzy, like shh, 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 like someone scratching on a. Okay, I think I got it. Hey, but going with your story, I didn't want to interrupt your story. It was a
Look
very good
who's
story
here.
you had going on there.
Thank you. Rhonda's here. Yay.
Yay!
Oh,
Got,
awesome.
got my shit together. Sorry.
Oh, I'm
Crazy
so
day.
glad. Good. I'm glad you're here. How's the? Oh my God, she had such. We'll talk about it later.
She's okay. I actually did not have to run to the vet. The vet, it actually stopped bleeding on its own. I scrubbed my porch off. Had to get on this video chat with somebody because they're retarded, and I'm sorry, I did not just say that.
You're so silly. I can't see your face though. Oh, now I can.
Nah,
Now I can.
I'm covering up my face because I'm so over this day. And I've totally lost my freaking notes from Live the Dream 7. I don't know
Mm.
what the freaking heck happened to them.
You'll find them if
I
you
had
just
them
hold on. You'll find
yesterday.
them.
I for real had them yesterday.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I was telling my story. I'm almost done.
Woohoo!
I was sharing my screen, and then I would love for you guys to share and teach or whatever you want. You know what we're doing today is we're sharing the 8 uncommon sense principles for success, and it's common sense. The reason why it's uncommon sense is because it's
Because it's
common
common.
sense stuff, but it's uncommon. Like people are not
Yeah, because
doing it.
people don't get it. Right, they don't get it.
It's common sense, but it's uncommon, right? Because people are not doing this common sense stuff. And if you just do this common sense stuff, you know, I don't know why this says stop. Let's see. Let me share my screen. If you do this common sense stuff, and this is straight from Todd Falcone. Todd Falcone, his, like multiple 7-figure earner. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet.
How about now?
No, it's still you.
Really?
Yeah. And Brendan Bouchard. Now we can see it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I recruited many people, but they didn't do anything, and they quit because I was recruiting them the wrong way. I was convincing, and I was spamming, and I was putting my products all over Facebook, and and I wasn't getting any engagement. I'm like, what the heck? Not even my friends and family are even liking my posts. I mean, like, can anybody relate to that?
Totally. Totally.
And then I'll go on social media and I'll look at other people that are in the industry and they're posting their products all over, and I look at their engagement and they have maybe 1 like, no comments, and I'm like, duh, why aren't they noticing this? I mean, doesn't that stand out to them? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't they seeing that there is no engagement? They're not making sales that way. People don't come to social media to shop, right? So,
Totally.
so
Except us, right? We come to buy. You know we do.
yeah, yeah, right.
I'm 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When Ray Higdon says I got a new course, I'm like, really? What? Squirrel?
Yeah. Oh man, especially on his free coaching Fridays, he does the specials.
Yes.
He gives you like
Oh, it's phenomenal.
75% off. Yeah, that's why I own like 14 of his courses. Because guys, we invest in us. We invest in you, Incorporated. That is the big. There is nothing. I hear people say, like I don't have the money to do that. All that is, you know what you're telling me is you don't believe in yourself, and you don't
Yeah.
think you're worthy of investing in yourself. You don't think you're worth it. And you are. I mean, right?
Big time. Big time,
Yeah.
100%. I was talking with my uncle last night.
Absolutely.
And I was talking with my uncle last night, and he was telling me that actually this morning I was talking to him, and he was like, hey, you know what? I have a problem with my email. Can you help me? And I opened up the computer, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And he had somehow gotten to the settings, and he had it so that he had this big old block that would open up whatever email was there. And if it wasn't an email open, it was this big block that you couldn't see the email, right? So I'm like, sure. I went into the settings, and I figured out that there's one little button that you press that like either keeps always an email spot open, and if there's no email, it blocks the whole thing, so you can't even see your inbox, right? So I'm like, look, just select this, and it removes it. And he's like, yeah, I was calling my son last night to help me. And I'm like, but what time did you call him? He's like around midnight. And I'm like, that's kind of late. I know he works, he works a lot. He's like, yeah, no, but after work every day he comes home and he watches movies all night long,
Oh my
And I
God.
sat there and I was just like, this is, and he's a network marketer also, right? But he doesn't,
What a
I know he
waste.
doesn't put in the time. I know, exactly. And I'm like, I put in my uncle, I'm like, hey, do you really think he's going to change his life watching movies every night, all night long? And he's like, no, man, And I was like, there you go. And that's that's part of the common sense that you don't believe it. You're like, nah, there's no way that if I do that, because everyone's like, I work so hard, I deserve to relax, and then they come home and their spouse or partner's like, you know what, relax, kick back, here, I got you some movies, I'm gonna make you some food, but 9 to 5 is where you make a living, but
Here.
yep.
That's exactly what my husband does to me. You work so hard. You're so tired. You need to relax. And I'm like, dude, if I relax now, pardon my language, but shit is not going to get done, right?
Nope.
Right, and we
So-
can relax later. Like, sacrifice now so that you can live a life that people only dream of. You
Yep.
know?
Exactly.
I mean, come on, the time will come. Like, if you really, really want this, you have to decide. So let's move on. I'm going to show you what these 8 common sense things are, but they're uncommon because people, just like you guys just said, people are not doing it. So since then, since, my horrible life, I go through my horrible life I had, right? Okay. Several rank advancements, appeared on Success Story Friday and Success Story Saturday 3 different times, earned $1,000 commissions while away from my computer. Open up your inbox, boom, there's $1,000. Like, what? Right? This stuff is possible. Okay, I've been recognized from big names in the industry, full-time from home. I won an award on stage,
Nice.
and I just launched a coaching and consulting biz. So this stuff is possible for anybody and everybody, right? Here's some pictures, right? I don't know, Rhonda, did you make any slides or anything?
She's wrestling alligators.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard something. So I just wanted to show some pictures. This was only a couple weeks ago. I mean, does anybody recognize this guy over here, Ray Higdon?
Yeah. I got a straight man crush on that guy.
Yeah, totally. Someone's got to mute up. Someone has to mute up.
Hey, Rhonda. Rhonda's in the beast of the belly. The belly's beast.
Rhonda, you got to mute up. Wow.
Yeah, it's all good. You can't control it?
Not me. No, she has to mute.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Rhonda. Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
So Todd Falcone up here, Ray Higdon, me and Aaron
Awesome.
Parker. Here's where I won my award on stage. Me and Rob Four, Justice Egan, Adam Chandler, Ron Gila. These two up-and-coming rock stars, they just started. Todd Leah Getz, and they are just climbing the ranks like crazy. Me and what's this guy's name?
Yeah.
He's
I
an
don't have my
up-and-coming. Yeah, he's an up-and-coming rock star. It'll come to me. Here's, it was just amazing, right? April Marie Tucker, April Campbell, Aaron Birch. She climbed the ranks. Hey, Rhonda! Where did she go? Like, she just walked away, huh? I guess.
Sorry, I had to let the dog out, and I didn't want her tail to get caught in the door again.
Can you mute? Can you mute up or something?
Well, I think she's cool.
All right, you're back now. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
she's cool.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take my dog outside.
Yeah.
To get caught in the door again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like
that's all right.
I'm fine.
Okay, but there's a lot of background noise. Where is that coming from?
I don't know.
It could be.
It might be my air conditioner. It may be my air conditioner. I'll turn it off.
No, that's okay. It's music or something.
Let me see if it's mine, because I have a funky speaker sometimes.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That was my air conditioner. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It sounded like
Sorry.
music. That's all right. I thought it was music or something really loud. Okay.
Maybe my air conditioner is music to your ears.
Yeah, right?
Sorry, being silly.
Oh, that's all right. I love silly. So, you guys, number one, you got to decide. You just, see, this is common sense, but people don't really draw a line in the sand and make a decision. Make the decision to commit. Be all in. You can't be halfway in. Not, I'll try it out and see what happens. I hear this from people. Do you guys hear this from people? Like, oh, well, I'll try it.
Right.
And
yeah,
see what
all
happens.
the time.
Yeah.
And like, I called you crying about my dog's tail, but yet did I show up?
Boom.
Yeah.
Right. Boom chakalaka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked it out and I showed up. So.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, like, if your business is a hobby, right, we're not talking to you. Right? If you seriously know that your business is a hobby and you're not treating it like a business, you're just doing it because it's fun or whatever, then we're not talking to you. But if you're one that really is struggling and you really want to make it happen, you have to be all in. You have to make that decision. Right? You can't be halfway pregnant. You're either all pregnant.
Exactly. Totally true.
That's so funny. Yeah,
Or you're
that's
not
That's a great example. You either are or you aren't, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is no halfway pregnant. None.
You gotta burn them boats. You have to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a decision backed by massive action that just never stops. When you
I'm going to
truly
mute
decide.
out. I'm getting an important phone call. I'm going to mute out. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay. So a decision backed by massive action that just never stops, right? It just doesn't stop, right? When you truly decide, now this is, I don't know if you know anything about attraction. The law, it's a law, like gravity. Like if you throw something up, is it going to stay up there or does it have to come back down?
It's coming down.
It has to. It's a law.
Mm-hmm.
It's the law of gravity. There is a law of attraction. It's a law, okay? Now, when you truly draw that line in the sand, you truly decide, everything has to open up to you. It has to.
Yeah.
It's like it's creating a vacuum, right? It has to open up to you, because if you don't make that draw the line in the sand, make that conscious decision that I am going to do this and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do this. If you don't make
Correct.
that decision, the odds are against you, big time. They really are. They're against you. 97% of network marketers fail. And isn't it funny when you talk to people, they're all, oh, everything's great. My business is wonderful. And then you go over to their Facebook and there's no engagement, there's nothing.
Right.
You're lying.
Exactly.
It is not great and wonderful. I can see that. And there's people out there that
true.
Yeah, people out there that really want to help you. There really is. There really, really is.
And that's us. Us here right now. We want to help you.
And I believe that if you don't make that decision, if you don't decide, your physiology, your body works against you. You know?
That's exactly.
When you talk to people, when you make a video, when you even write anything, you're sabotaging yourself. You know, the energy is the wrong energy is there. You know? And
Spot on.
and that's why it helps too to invest in yourself and to get courses and to, you know, okay, you don't know how to talk to people, you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to persuade, well then buy yourself a little course, you know, get some training, you know.
Either that or right, buy one. Yeah, hire a coach, buy a course,
right.
Or
Exactly.
implement a free training for the love of God. You know?
Yep.
Like, we have so much free training here that we give out and people don't implement. I see that every day. Yeah, I want help. Yeah. I want help.
But then they don't even opt in for the training.
Correct.
Have you watched that training yet?
Part. No, I haven't.
No, haven't had time.
I haven't had time. Exactly. Like we
then,
said,
yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not serious about your business.
Did you say squeegees in school, Jess?
No.
Oh, really? That was so big when I was growing up. Squeegees, when you said stuff at the same time.
Oh, no, we said you owe me a Coke.
Oh, well, same thing. Yeah, like punch in the arm, squeegees, you owe me a Coke. Same difference, same idea. But yeah, you owe me a Coke. Hey, that was better back then because I actually drank Coke. But I don't anymore, so there you go. Anyway.
Yeah.
Soapbox moment here.
Soapbox moment. Reminiscing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. So yeah, so what are some of the things you guys hear from people? Like I hear you know,
jeez. Do you really want me to get into this?
I mean, just like okay, it's like for this, like making the decision. I hear things like, well, I'll try it and see what happens. You know,
I hear, you want to know what I hear? I don't have the money.
Yeah, that.
I don't have the time. I can't do this. Those three things that I just said are setting you up for failure.
Yeah, and those three things are so common, and those are the exact reasons why you need
this
to do this. Because if you don't have money, and if you don't have time, you need to learn leverage. You need to learn how to leverage. You need to learn how to market on the internet. Leverage, right? So that's all the more reason why you need this. This is to make you money. This is not a cost. This is to make you money, right?
Definitely.
It's investing in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's investing in yourself. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then you're going to fail. I'm sorry. Hashtag truth.
Yep.
If you can't invest in yourself $150 a month for this system and everything that it gives, sorry.
Just the just the blog alone is like $500 a month in hosting.
Jeez Louise. Exact hosting, plugins, and the safety itself. Are
Yep.
you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, Jess, tell your story about the blog and how your effed up stuff happened.
Well,
when
yeah.
When you didn't have this.
I didn't know how to. I didn't know what I was doing, so I tried, and it was expensive. Like, I wanted a blog really bad because I seen the leverage when I first started. I seen people like making sales from their blog while they're sleeping. I seen people generating leads like crazy from their blog. And when you have a blog, you're instant authority. People look at you in a different light completely. People join leaders. People join authorities, right? So I wanted a blog bad. But at the time, I couldn't afford anything because I was broke. So,
What did you just say? What did you just say?
I was broke.
Right.
So I'm not broke anymore because I learned, right? So,
right. What were you speaking into the universe, though?
I lack. So.
Right. You do that, correct, Jess?
So everybody was charging, $500, $1,000 to create a blog for me, right? So I said, screw that, I'm going to try it myself. I'm going to learn how to create my own. So that's what I did. And because it was such a daunting task, I procrastinated on it for over a year, number one. Number two, I was pulling my hair out when I could have been using that time to do other things to get people in my business, to move forward in my business. Number three, because I didn't know what I was doing, I was using poorly coded plugins, and it put all
That's what got you, right?
Yeah, it put all kinds of viruses on my computer. I had to throw away a computer. I had to throw it in the garbage. Yeah.
I know, I remember that, because, we were, like, doing this stuff then, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, remember the first hangout we did? It was awful because your computer sucked.
Yeah.
Because you got that virus and it kept cutting you off.
Yeah.
But with that said, you pressed on, you got better, you did what you had to do to move on. You're not a quitter, right? Which is another point we're trying to make here. You gotta be a quitter.
Exactly.
And don't hack up a lung.
Sorry.
Spit it out, girl. Spit it out. It's not me.
It's fine. Just don't hack up a lung. Not while I'm talking to you, because I'm too far away from you to be a nurse right now. I really am. I can't save your life.
Coffee went down the wrong pipe.
Gotcha.
Right. But I am back.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so number
awesome
2. We are only on number 2, and we're 40 minutes in. So come on, let's
Jeez
go.
Louise! All right, I need to shut up.
No. Okay, so number 2, right? Work like you're going on vacation all the time. Now listen, have you ever crammed for a test? Tell me. Yeah, I used to, when I was in school, I would cram, man. Like, oh my gosh. I'd know about the test 3 weeks in advance, but I would put it off all the way until the last day, and then I would cram. And I'd get so much done, right? And then packing for a vacation, right? Wait till the last minute, and then you get so much done, it floors you. Preparing for a webinar right before. I did not make these slides until this morning.
Nice.
But
I know. I already know that.
But we put we promoted the webinar, several days ago. Okay? So what I used to do was I would make sure I was prepared first before I even promote a webinar. What that did was made me procrastinate more. But if you put it out there and say, hey, we're doing a webinar next week, put it out there and you're not prepared at all, your back is against the wall. Yes, your back is against the wall, and now you must do it. So that's what you want to do. You want to purposely put your back against the wall because you're going to work at your highest and your best potential. Studies show that we are only using about 10% of our mind and only working at 10% of our potential. If we worked at our highest potential, it would scare the crap out of you what you could do,
Yep.
it would scare you. So number 2 is work like you're going on vacation all the time. Work with your back against the wall all the time. Imagine what you could accomplish and get done. Number 3, practice your craft daily. People everywhere, they don't practice. Professionals practice.
Yep.
Babe Ruth. Let me tell you a little quick story about Babe Ruth. The year that he broke the record for the most home runs by swinging the bat, that same year he broke the record for the most strikeouts too. What does that mean? That means that
He was focused.
No, he swung the bat more times than anybody else. To win the most home runs, to break the record, and to break the record for the most strikeouts at the same time, that means he swung the bat more times. That's it. That's all that means.
Because he was focused.
Yeah. And he practiced. So he swung that bat more times than the average person. So you have to.
And he had a coach.
And he had. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had
a
to.
coach. No,
And he had a coach.
It's true. Yeah. So people don't practice. I didn't used to practice at all. At all. And what we're saying here is, like, you know, role play with your teammates. Mastermind with people that are further along in their journey than you are. You know, you can
And
role
that,
play.
dude, that is and may I just begin here and say, that is big. What you just said, repeat it.
It's huge.
Repeat it.
Role play with your teammates. Mastermind with people that are further along their journey than you.
Right.
Boom chakalaka.
You know?
Mastermind with people who are more along in their journey than you.
Yeah. And
if y'all didn't get that right now, that is the $20 word for today. And you got this for free.
That's $1 million nugget, huh?
Thank you. Golden piece of crap right there. For real. It's golden. Golden.
So yeah, I mean, it's important. Don't try to do it alone. And you gotta toss that ego to the curb, man. Oh my gosh. You gotta toss that ego. I used to have the worst ego. I used to think,
Oh,
you know,
Louise, me too.
what can this person teach me? I already know that. It's not about what you think you know. It's about, look at your results. If you don't have the results you want, then you don't know it yet. You don't. And you know
Correct.
what?
You don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah, you know what Jim Rohn says, or was it Jim Rohn or Tony Robbins? He says, oh no, it was Bob Proctor. He says that you don't truly know something if you can't turn around and teach it as well as the person that taught it to you.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, to me. How about you, Ferdinand?
You know, sometimes also the best thing to learn is what not to do.
Oh,
You
God.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Correct.
you know,
Absolutely.
you know, for a long time, all I've been wanting to do was online marketing, email marketing, video marketing, and then I moved to Florida, and I connected with a group, and, you know, and I started taking a product because I wanted to lose some weight, and I was like, man, the opportunity here is really cool. They're starting it up in the Latin market. Let's do it. And I was like, you know, and I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? It's a direct sales. It's MLM. I'm like, you know what? This is getting me out of my comfort zone. Perfect, right? But I got into this group, and I met these leaders, and they were all like shady. They were all just crazy about getting points, and they would do the most shadiest things. And everybody in the group ran away, and they all like even dropped out of MLM, dropped out of online marketing. And me, I got more fortified. I was like, that's the type of leader I don't want to be. I'm on the right path. Let's keep going. You know, it didn't scare me one bit. You know, and if you that's why you got to get out of your comfort zone. You get out of your comfort zone to find out where your true metal is. You know, to find out your true grit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. Your comfort zone is not your friend.
No.
And that was the big thing that was the takeaway for me. And I've always been an advocate as, like, this has been my saying for, like, the last year, your comfort zone is not your friend. And it's, like,
Right.
100% true. When
Yeah.
you get out of your comfort zone, you are stretched so crazy, right?
Yeah. And when you get out of your comfort zone, that's coming up too. I think it's number 6. When you get out of your comfort zone,
Ooh!
yeah, when you get out of your comfort zone, like I was just talking about the law of attraction, when you truly, truly decide things just have to open up for you, that's the same with getting out of your comfort zone. Success lies on the other side of your comfort zone. And when you are truly over there outside your comfort zone, things have to open up for you. Things start moving towards you. And it's so much easier when
They
you're
do.
not chasing. You're not chasing and all of that. Things just come to you. You're like a magnet. So this stuff is so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, like I did this crazy unannounced live video yesterday, and in the middle of the day, just because I had to take a detour coming back from the grocery store, which I was like, okay, so what do you do when things don't work out for you? Was my topic. Do you know I've had a better audience just not advertising, just showing up and say, look, what do you do when things go wrong?
Oh,
Yes.
And I have to
yep.
take a major detour, not only in driving, but take a major detour in life. Let's just talk about this in life, not even in driving,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my whole live video yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was the best live video I've ever done. Seriously. And I've
That's
done a
awesome.
lot, and a lot of times I'm uncomfortable, but yesterday was like the best live video. I was so comfortable. I wasn't uncomfortable. And I was just saying some real stuff.
That is so awesome. Because that's what you got to do.
So,
You got to continue doing the thing that you're uncomfortable with so that you can move into comfort, right?
right,
Most people
right.
they
And
just
my
move away from
point
it.
was, I was so uncomfortable. I moved from a minute 34-second video up until I don't even freaking know how long the video was yesterday. I was just like, a detour. Oh, yeah, a detour totally works. Let's just do this. So I pulled over on my detour. Like, I could have been home in 5 minutes, but there's just like this awful wreck. And I really hope that everybody's okay, but it was awful. Like, fire trucks were there, ambulances were there, policemen were speeding by, and I'm like, saw it like 10 cars back, and I'm like, this is bad. So I need to turn left, take a detour. Well, when I took the detour, I saw the opportunity to do the live video and apply it to business, and that's the whole thing right there. Like, what can you do in your regular life
Yep.
that's going on and apply it to business? Do you know how many of my high school friends just showed up in that live video and they're like, Rhonda, you're so cool, and I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'm really not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. It's just
people
a fact.
People are attracted to transparency and real. You know, that's why reality TV is so popular, right?
Exactly.
So
Right?
if
That's exactly what I did yesterday. I pulled over and I was transparent and well, what do you do when things don't go right? Well, you take a detour. I could have been here in 5 minutes, but I got to take a detour. It took me 30 extra minutes to get home with the detour minus the live video that I pulled over in my Jeep to do, which was like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then you probably gained a lot more fans too. So awesome.
Well,
right?
the coolest part was I usually always advertise my live stuff, like going live at 5 because it rhymes, and that's what I do. But yesterday, I didn't advertise. I was just like, let's do this shit, man. Right?
Yeah.
And I pulled over after the accident, the detour. I pulled over on the side of the road, the first pullover, and all this traffic's going by, and it's really noisy, and nobody seemed to care. I had like 20 freaking people on that live video. I never have that.
That's awesome.
Are you kidding me?
So
No,
this
it is awesome.
This is what Todd Falcone, this is what, when he gets this right here, I don't mean to cut you off, Rhonda.
No, it's fine. No, seriously, I'm going to have to check on my dog's tail again. I'm going to clap out here just to make sure my dog's okay. So forgive me.
That's
if
fine.
I clap out.
That's fine.
I'll be back.
Okay.
For real.
All right. So, number 3, practice your craft daily, right? Professional practice. Todd Falcone, this is what, because people get this objection, right? Is this a pyramid scheme? This is what Todd Falcone says to that. Absolutely not. Why? Is that what you're looking for?
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Is this network marketing? Of course it is.
Touch it.
If it was anything else, I wouldn't touch it. You know?
I love it.
Yeah. So, number 4, take ownership in all that you do in and out of business. When's the last time you washed a rental car? That would be never, right? Because we value things that we invest in.
Right.
But if you treat everything like you own it, again, that's going to, the attraction, the law of attraction is going to come into play there too.
Big time.
Yeah. So just treat everything like you own it. In hotel rooms, do you clean up after yourself? I used to be like, the maid will come in and clean this up and just leave stuff everywhere. You know, and it's just not the right kind of person to be, right?
Totally.
You know what yeah. So take ownership in all that you do in and out of business. That was number 4 of common sense, but it's uncommon. Or let's go back. Have you ever, my ex-boyfriend, he used to, when we'd rent a car, you know, he'd drop it down into low and Baja and redline it and wheel the tires. And I'm like, he wouldn't do that if it was his car.
Right.
You know?
Well, I think about it like in terms of your life, you know, like everybody wants to take ownership of their good values, the values that serve them, but people don't want to take ownership of the values that don't serve them, of the things of the bad things in life, and not necessarily the bad things, but the things in life that they know that are not helping them move ahead, the things that keep them stuck, you know, and that, you know, that's taking it a little bit deeper. But imagine if you were to say, okay, you know what, okay, I'm going to pat myself on the back because I do these good things, but I'm also going to pat myself on the back because I'm going to recognize that, you know what, I'm doing these selfish things. I'm doing these self-sabotaging behaviors. You know, I'm wasting my time. You know, and it's basically standing in front of the mirror and saying, hey, let's be honest with ourselves. You know, the naked truth. It's all about being naked with yourself. You know, a lot of people don't want to do that.
Oh my goodness, so spot on, Ferdinand. Wow, yes. And you know what that reminds me of is Tony Robbins. He said, he was, you know how he pulls people out of the audience and he asks them stuff about whatever. Right. And this girl and her mother, she was talking about how angry she is at her father because he's on drugs, they don't have a good relationship, and she blames him for, you know, stuff in her life that could be better if he was a better father, right?
Right.
And Tony Robbins says, okay, so you're blaming him, right, for the bad, but I tell you what, you better blame him for all the good too. Yep. You know, you better blame him for making such a beautiful daughter. Yep. You better blame him for how far you've come in life and how tenacious you are, because if he wasn't the way he is, you wouldn't be striving for something so amazing. So you need to thank him for that too.
Yep.
And that was so powerful to me, because it can't be just one way, you know. And so, you know, I'm so glad you said what you just said, because that brought that to me, and it's so true. It's so true. Awesome. Awesome.
Number 5.
Woo!
5.
Number 5. This is so huge. Oh my gosh, this is so huge. Be genuinely interested in people and not just your prospects, everybody. Because how many times, I can't tell you how many times that I'm talking to somebody and they're talking to me, and I'm listening, I'm nodding, I'm leaning in, I'm looking at them in the eyes. I am genuinely interested in what they're saying. I'm not thinking about, okay, as soon as they stop talking, this is what I want to say. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about what they are saying in a genuine way. And how many times are you listening to somebody, and then as soon as they're done talking and you start talking, they look down at their phone and start scrolling? Right?
Right. Horrible.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
So that's why we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth, for a reason. Listen. Don't verbally vomit on people. And selling is hard, but that's not our job. Selling is not our job. Our job is to point and recommend, invite, and really master the invite, and let the third-party tools do the selling. Let the third-party tools do the selling, because it's hard to sell. It really is. So if you're listening with your ears genuinely, you got to listen for what they want. Ask questions. Listen to what they desire, who they want to become, and listen for what they're struggling with. That way you can point and direct at that point. You can repeat their struggles and say, hey, I can help you with that if you go over here, and point, But be genuine about it. Don't just try to make money. Truly want to help the people, and then point them to what is proven. Like, I won't recommend something that I don't personally use.
Right.
Mm.
I think one of the
I gotta clock out again. Sorry.
all good.
No, it's not.
I think one of the best ways to be genuinely interested in people and to come off as genuine is to learn to recognize their vision.
Yeah.
Just to learn to see what it is what's their vision. Once you understand, and sometimes when you get good at this, they don't even know their vision. They don't even know, but their words and their body language and the way they've been behaving lets you know. And so imagine if you could figure somebody's vision. Like a friend of mine the other day said to me, she's like, I don't understand. What do you mean by vision? I don't understand. What do you mean by vision? And I was sitting there and I was just like, man, this girl's gone to India. She's gone with gurus. She's been a spiritual leader. She's all about spiritualism. She knows all these tools. She knows so much, yet she doesn't apply them. Right? And then when she said to me, I don't understand, what do you mean by vision? I said, you know why? Because you're thinking only about yourself and your needs. Because a good vision is based on helping others. Right? Yeah. But one good way to really be genuinely interested in people, find out what their vision is. And then help, and then let them know that you know their vision. And you said something really cool about how, like, when people are talking and everybody's just trying, it's like a competition of who can jump in and who can speak. Sometimes that creates this tension, and it escalates between the group of people that are talking, that it just doesn't become fun, right? And the easiest thing to do is sit back and enjoy. Sit back and enjoy what you got in front of you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the beauty of it, right? And if you're not enjoying,
absolutely.
Dip.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, dip.
For real, you got to.
All right, number 6, número 6.
Let's go, girlie. Let's go. Let's go.
All
lunchtime.
Right. Number 6. Make it a habit to do what you say and then some. Always, always over-deliver. Always keep your word. Always, man.
Have integrity. Integrity is big.
Yeah. And, I got some tips from I think it was Tanya Eliza, and they were golden. So I'm gonna
I
share them
love
with you guys.
her.
Yes.
Me too.
I love
Yeah,
her.
she's amazing.
She's
Her and
awesome.
Caesar, man. Were
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
there?
Oh my
They weren't
gosh,
at
right?
they weren't
No,
at
they weren't.
LTD, right? No, they're in Canada.
No,
Yeah.
they weren't there this year. I was kind
No,
of
they weren't
disappointed.
there. It was sad. It was
Yeah, I
a
wanted to
sad
meet them.
day. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
So,
cool people there?
oh
Yeah.
gosh, it was incredible. It was
Like
absolutely incredible.
I look at that couple and I'm like, that's what I want. Like I
Me
realize
too.
now that I gotta be like, I'm single. I don't have kids. I'm single. So like
Me
I'm
too.
in prime position. Like now I could choose. You know, now I could totally be like picky and be like, you know what? I can only get involved with somebody that's in this. Because if
Me
not, they're not gonna
too.
get it. They're not
Yeah.
gonna
Do you know
get it.
what's really funny?
Yeah.
Is my husband wants to join me.
Awesome.
He said that
Good.
more than once.
Awesome.
How
Awesome.
cray-cray. No,
Yeah.
really,
Awesome.
like, he has yet to do it. It's fine if he does or he doesn't. It's fine.
But
Right.
that would
He's
be
like,
cool. A power couple. That's what
it
I
would
want
be
too.
cool.
That is
It would be
exactly
cool.
what I want.
And
I
he's
remember.
telling me,
Yep.
Yeah.
like, as a coach, he's like listening. He's like eavesdropping and stuff, like from the bedroom when I'm in the living room, or I'm in the bedroom and he's in the living room. Yeah, I know, it's hilarious, right? He's eavesdropping. He's like, Rhonda, the stuff that comes out of your mouth. And I'm like, is that bad? And he's like, no, oh my gosh, you so know what you're talking about. Like, you
See?
have,
See how far
you
you've
have,
come? Yeah.
I know, right, Jess? Like, seriously.
It's awesome.
If we hadn't hooked up and you hadn't turned me on to a lot of this stuff, I wouldn't be where I was today. I'm so thankful for you. You are such
Yeah.
a blessing to my life, for real.
Aw, that's
Like,
sweet. You're a blessing
seriously.
to mine too. I appreciate you so much. Okay,
No,
so
but seriously, well, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not going to get sappy here. I just got sappy. I'm not going to do it anymore, okay? Just let's go on.
yeah, we can get sappy later.
Exactly.
But
like
you know-
with the dog tail and shit.
You guys are totally right. Ray Higdon says it awesome. He says there's more people out there that have problems and no solutions than there are us who know the solutions. We're the
Exactly.
prize.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
Oh my
we
Boom
are the
chakalaka.
prize. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. You know, and
It
that's all
is.
you got. And that's part of the believing in yourself, and it's awesome.
And that's why
It
it is so,
is
it's so critical to invest in yourself, man. And to
Jeez
get a
Louise,
system.
yes,
Like,
absolutely.
get a system like MLSP. You know, have it in your arsenal, because you know then you can impact more people in the industry. You know, you can offer that to the people that are struggling. 97% of the people are struggling, so you have something
And
to
then you
offer
have
them.
something to offer for 97% of the people, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, it
So-
really is like Ivy League education for less than community college. You know, I mean, it really
my
is. It's
gosh.
ridiculous. It
Mhm.
really is ridiculous.
Mhm.
I mean, it's.
Ferdinand, Ferdinand, do you know that I am still paying off my nursing school loans? I really am.
I'm 250 in the hole for my optometry career. I'm like, fuck that shit.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
That is
Right.
crazy.
Like, I get monthly freaking bills taken
That
out
is
of my
crazy.
account for my
Yep.
nursing school stuff, which got me nothing but frustration. I can't wait to quit this stuff, you know?
And you will. So do you guys want these tips?
Yeah.
You guys want these things?
Go.
Okay, yeah. So tips to get people to show up to appointments. Like, I know, have you ever had anybody like not show up to an appointment? Like,
Yeah. All
Right. All the time. Like every week, like every day.
yeah, like people that, okay, so I'm gonna watch the presentation video. Okay, I'll follow up with you when? When is a good time to follow up with you? Tomorrow night, whatever. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I'll follow up with them. And then they are gone. They're not active. Right? So
It's called ignoring me, is what I call it. Ignoring me.
Let them know. when you're making the appointment. Let them know. Say, I expect you are good for making your appointments. And would I be right in saying that? Trust me, when you say that,
Boom.
they have to
Yeah.
say yes. They have to say, of course I'm good at making my appointments. Or they're going to sound like an ass if they don't. Right? And believe me, when
Well,
you say that, they show up every single time.
I take it a step farther and do a screen share and get them to, you know, be there in person, live. So I do screen shares a lot
Yeah, I know.
and share the
But
back office.
yeah, I do too.
And I know what you're saying, but to get them to commit to an appointment to show up live, that's big.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
So
may
if you
want.
say that, if
What
you
I'm
say
saying
that,
is,
they
right.
show up every time. I've tested it. They show up every
Absolutely.
single time. Yeah. And then another thing,
Unless I do Google Hangouts, which I suck at, but another thing. Go ahead.
you don't suck at anything. So
Well, I can't do Google Hangouts. It never works out for me. I can do Zoom, I can do Skype, I can do other stuff. I just,
well, then don't use Google Hangouts. Guess what? Google
right?
Hangouts are going bye-bye September 12th. No more Google Hangouts.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I
don't
sent
know
you
what they're-
the Webinar Ninja thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they're replacing it with, but yeah, I just heard that it's going away. So,
Well,
but Skype works really well for that.
I love
I bet
Skype.
you
I love
Facebook is gonna come up with a hangout.
Zoom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boom chakalaka. For real.
You know what else if
Sure
Facebook
about
is
it.
coming up with too? If Facebook is going to start doing a live to where you can have more than one person on. Yeah, just what you just
And
said.
that would be so freaking cool, which is what
It's
I've
coming.
wanted to do.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Nice.
Yep, it's in the
I'm
book.
sure it is.
And then I don't know
That's
how
awesome.
many of you do like home appointments. I don't anymore. But this was another cool tip that Tanya Eliza gave to get people to show up is have them commit to bringing something small like a bag of ice or some pop or some chips, you know. Then they feel like they're needed.
Wine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then they feel like they're needed, right? How ninja is that? Isn't that
That's
ninja?
sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everybody's contributing, right?
Yeah, and they feel like they have to show up now because
Because you gave them something to do. Absolutely.
yeah, I thought that was so ninja.
Crap.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is good. I don't do home
And that's
home
cool.
stuff anymore, but
I don't either because I live in the country and it's like, oh, I have to drive to your house. But I get where and you're all laughing and that's funny. But seriously, if you knew where I lived, it's not really funny because you're like, hey, I have to drive to your house and I have to bring this. And then you live in a shoebox. And it's like, okay, so what's the problem? Apparently you're the problem.
Right.
You know, you're the problem in the equation.
Mhm.
But with that said, I've never been on the home invasion kind of thing because it's like stupid to me. It just never works for me.
yeah,
So
I don't.
I'm better
I
at the
hated it.
online thing. I'm better at the online thing.
Me too. But
you know,
there's a learning curve to the online thing. There's a learning curve, and you invest in yourself.
absolutely.
That's why.
And there's a learning curve to the unknown thing as well. Like you can't live in the middle of nowhere like I do. Right?
But, so most people do want to bring their business online because they don't want to do home parties. They don't want to prospect at the mall. They don't want to chase family and friends. They don't want to cold call.
I'm sorry.
They don't want to do any of that. People don't
Right.
want to do that, right? The majority of people don't. So they bring their business online, but they don't know what they're doing. They have no
Correct.
clue what to do. They post their products all over Facebook. They brand their company. Your company is, you just so happen to rep for them. That's it. That's not your business. It's not your company.
You are a rep of your company. I can't say that enough. You are a rep of your company. You are not you. Brand you. Brand you with a blog. Brand you with yourself. Brand you.
Yeah, you're selling you. You're selling you. You're the only differentiator.
Correct.
From the hundreds of thousands of reps that rep for your company, you're the only differentiator. So how are you going to stand out? You're going to stand out by learning how to market professionally, brand yourself,
Right.
right? Yeah.
With a blog. With a blog. It
Yep.
makes you look so professional.
Exactly. And you
Seriously.
get viewed in a whole new light. You're instant authority. As soon as they see you have a website, you're instant authority. And if you don't know where to get content, do a training. Do a training just like we're doing right now. Take some notes and then write a blog post. Then put it out there. So the value that you're putting out in the marketplace, that is what is going
But
to.
Jessica, where do I put it? That's what I get all the time. But where do I put my blog?
Well, we
I'm
have the
sorry. I'm
SEO.
just playing a devil's advocate here. But Jessica, what do I do now that I have a blog? Explain it to them. Because I don't want to have to, because I'm just not. Go
Well,
ahead.
we
Do it
have
nicely.
SEO. We have SEO settings that are already. We already have the SEO settings, right, that are inside, right? So you use keywords and stuff. People can find your blog posts. So you think about what are your prospects? Who is your target market? Who do you want to attract, right? You think about what's keeping them up at night. What are they tossing and turning? What do they need? What are they struggling with? And then you write blog posts about that. You solve their problems. It's simple as that. You get some training inside of MLSP. We have training on every single thing you could possibly think of, right? And you do a blog post about that. Then you go ahead and share your blog post. You share it on social media. You share it to Facebook. You share it to your Facebook page. You share it to Pinterest. You share it to LinkedIn. You share it.
Groups.
Yeah, groups. You share it all over. There's even we even have a Tribe Pro that people go in. There's a cost to Tribe Pro, but it's really cool when you're first getting out there. People have to share your stuff, and you share theirs. But you share it.
Well, even in MLSP, we have a group that does commenting and sharing.
Exactly. Syndication.
Exactly.
And it takes a
that's
little
what
bit
it's
of
called.
time. You know, Ray Higdon is the blogging master, but he blogged for 6 months before he got
And
any
guess
traction.
what they told him? His blog sucked.
It was
Is
ugly.
what he was told.
It was ugly.
They told him he sucked.
No,
And
his content was good, but they said his blog was ugly.
they said his blog sucked, is what they told him. His blog sucked. His content was good, but his blog sucked. And he's like, my blog sucks. He's like the #1 blogger of the universe. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
His
he's
blog
amazing.
sucks. Really?
It was
So
ugly.
he took my, well, here's the thing. He took my blog sucks. Really? It does? And he's questioning it like I'm getting business of this stuff, and people are like liking it and commenting on it, and my blog sucks. And he's confused.
That's what he says.
know?
He said, move
Correct.
forward
So-
imperfectly. Move forward
Correct.
imperfectly. Yeah.
So be imperfect, and that's what I tell all my clients. It's better to be imperfect than to wait to be perfect.
Exactly. You're never going to be perfect, ever. So move forward imperfectly. Absolutely.
And may I just clap in here and just get on with my imperfect day? Like, I called Jessica crying because I cut an inch off of my dog's tail in the screen door because she refused to move fast. She's a slow dog. I don't know why. She moves really slow. The screen door is shut on her tail, but here's the thing. I tried to do a compression bandage, nurse me, right? She hated it. She tried to bite me. It's fine. The puddle of blood stopped. I called the vet. Do I need to show up? Well, if she's still having puddles at 1 o'clock, yeah, you do. And I'm like, damn, I got this webinar going on at 1 o'clock. So I call Jess. I don't call Jess. I never call Jess. When I call Jess, she knows it's important, right?
Yeah.
So I call her and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be on the webinar or not because I just cut my dog's tail off. She's like, what? You did what? And I'm like, yeah, I cut it. Jess, I was crying. Was I not crying?
Yes, yes, and I was like, don't even worry about it. Go get the dog to the vet. Oh my goodness.
Right. Well, I left her on the porch. We did not have puddles anymore. It clotted. It's cool. Right? I showed up for this webinar, even though my dog's tail got cut off.
Exactly. Good for you.
That
And that poor thing.
no, and you know what? And this is not an acclamation towards me or you or anybody, but really, if you really want to soar, move with it.
Yeah, you have to. You got to make time for what's
I got
important stuff.
hung up. I got hung up for a half an hour, and I called Jess crying, saying, I don't think I can do this webinar. Did I show up?
Yeah, and you were here anyway. Good for you. So you guys, number seven.
Right, let's go.
Work outside your comfort zone often. See that? So we already kind of went over this. Most people, they travel the road with least resistance. We try to avoid pain. We try to avoid to be uncomfortable, right? That's what we try to do. But I'm telling you, your breakthroughs are on the other side of your comfort. They are. You have to get uncomfortable. Success is on the other side of comfort. Take risks. Successful people take risks often. Successful people are never on the fence either. We make decisions fast. We don't just sit and think and debate. We take risks and we make a decision fast. As a matter of fact, when I learned this right here, I was like, wow, that was so interesting. There are teams inside the military that they don't even allow a debate team or a committee. You know how most big things, they have like a committee that you know, they decide on things and they debate about it before they move forward. There are teams in the military that committees are not even allowed. There's no debate teams because they don't want that to hold them up from moving forward. Isn't that interesting? So they decide, they commit, and then they execute. There's no time for debate. No time, right?
Laser.
Yeah, laser.
Mm.
And now, is this the 7 or the 8? It's 8. Number 8, oh my God, be cool to people. Just be cool to people. As simple as that sounds, right? We are only in contact. Oh, yeah, yeah. So we're only buddies if we're making money together, you know? You got to love people as much as you did on the way in. As you know, if they change plans. I've had plenty of people leave my team, but I'm still friends with them. Still cool with them.
Jeez Louise, I know, right? And even though, you know, they may not have agreed with me and they unfriended me, that's their choice.
Yeah.
Have you had that happen?
That's a little bit different. I'm talking about like people that just, they have a different vision maybe. Maybe they found that network marketing wasn't for them or whatever like that.
Right,
you know?
right. So sorry to interrupt.
No, that's
cool.
fine. That's fine. If you're not cool to them, they're never going to come back. I've had people come back. Right?
Me too!
Yeah.
Dude! That's what tripped me up here. Like, my dog's tail stopped bleeding, and this guy wanted to get on this Zoom thing, and he's like, well, you seem really busy. And I'm like, all right, well, I have time for you. I'm supposed to be on this webinar, blah, 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 whatever. So we got on this Zoom. I questioned out his things, because he's already quit me. But now he came back, and he's, like, really serious and signing people up. How cool is that? Like,
yeah.
never, ever release people who quit you. Ever.
Exactly. So if you wouldn't have been cool to him, say you would have been like, that don't make any sense to quit, dude. Like, why are you quitting? If you would have acted like that, he would have never came back.
Yeah, right?
Like, so, yeah, so you got to be cool to people on the way out as just, you know, as they are on the way in. So you just
Right.
never know. They could be your next $1 million client. They could be, you never know. You know what I mean? And you got to believe in
Right.
everyone. You got to believe in everyone. I've had people that I thought, oh my gosh, they're not going to do anything. And then they crush it. I've had people that I thought were going to crush it and they would quit. You know, so you got to believe in everyone. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
For real, for real. Like this guy, I never expected him to come back. And now he's like, well, he story yesterday. Well, I got this person who wants to sign up. What do I do? And this is some serious shit. This really happened, right? So he's like, well, can we Zoom? And I'm like, no, we can't. I'm in the store. Can I answer a question in the grocery store? Yeah, but the other one we're going to have to Zoom for. And
Where's Ferdinand? Aw, he's gone.
I don't know. I love Ferdinand. He's so cool.
Me too.
But anyway, this guy totally joined me in November last year when I went to an event in Arizona. We connected, blah, blah, blah. He quit. He wanted to do whatever. But now he's back again. So never slight people who quit you.
Exactly. Rhonda Williams is here. Hey, Rhonda
Right?
Williams. How are you?
Dude, Rhonda Williams, you rock, girl. Girl, I'm still looking forward to connecting with you. For real.
Okay, awesome. So those were the 8 uncommon sense principles of success, you guys. Yeah, so they're that's why we call them uncommon. It's common sense
Because
stuff,
they're common but uncommon. Yeah.
but people aren't doing it. So I hope you got value, you guys. And I tell you what, if you grab a membership of My Lead System Pro, we got tons of bonuses to give you.
She killing me, man, with the hair.
I just pulled it out of the ponytail, so.
Stop it. Stop it. I got this ponytail going on.
Yeah, so I just pulled it down. So yeah, MLSP has changed my life and my business. How about you, Rhonda?
And my life, and dude, like I can quit my job now because of MLSP. Like who can say that? For real.
Exactly. Yeah, there's skills that need to be learned. There really is. There's skills. And we have everything you need all under one roof. And you can, there's actually an affiliate program connected. So it's really cool because it's a great way to offer a bunch of value and help people in the marketplace as a whole. So it's really awesome.
The dog. That dog.
Tangier, I have to sign off now. I only allotted my schedule for 1 hour. That's fine. Yes, that's fine.
No, it's
You're
cool.
welcome.
It's cool. We can
Tangier,
replay.
Tangier, please send me a friend request because I'm not sure who you are, my friend.
No, it's cool.
Jessica Daniels on Facebook. As a matter of fact, let me show you really quick. Oh,
Put your link, girl.
I gotta share my
Boom chakalaka.
screen. Yeah, here. Friend me.
And I totally, dude, can I just say something personal right now?
Yeah.
You're so concentrating. I'm gonna wait till you're done concentrating.
Daniels.
.com.
Jessica Kim Daniels. You'll be able to find me there. I don't think it's not a clickable link, but anyway, send me a friend request.
.com.
I am happy that you were here. Thank you for being here live, and it was a pleasure meeting you. Yes, .com. That's funny.
You get what I'm saying there, right? Anyway.
So yeah, so we have bonuses if you pick up a membership of My Lead System Pro. I'm not sure what Rhonda's bonuses are, but I have a Biz Builder Challenge that I paid $300 for. It's absolutely free for you.
Ooh, that's one of mine too.
Yeah.
As well as building your blog and Facebook profile thing and DMO.
Yep. Yep. Tons of bonuses. Get a hold of me on Facebook or get a hold of Rhonda on Facebook, whoever you came here through. You know, if you came through Rhonda's invite, then get a hold of her. If you came through my invite, get a hold of me. And we'll talk to you further, show you more about what's available. So, love you guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Boom chakalaka.
We did go over an hour, and that's fine. But love
That's
you
big.
guys. Boom.
Love you too. Boom chakalaka. Out,
I
out.
hope Chloe's.
Over and out.
Let me know
Over.
more about Chloe, okay? Love ya. See you guys. Bye.